And border security is an important issue in our country, as it is in yours. And we just need to make sure that we do what we can do to keep the bad guys out while we let the good guys do business.
Every business counts in these small communities, and if we can make things cheaper for them and make things easier for them, those businesses are more likely to stay or maybe prosper.
An ethanol plant station in Shaunavon, which we hope to be ready to start construction this fall if things go right. The grain and the feed grains and the grains, the type of grains that we'd be looking for in an ethanol plant are grown here in the Highline, and a 24-hour port would give us access to the Highline. Currently, we have to discount that grain capacity because we can't get it across the border when we need it.
Small business is doing a lot of business back and forth through southwestern Saskatchewan to this part of Montana. And as somebody said, these are all small towns. This kind of business is huge. Huge to the survival of all our smaller communities, such as Havre. You saw in past years when Havre had a lot of problems with stores disappearing and whatnot, and now they're doing a little better. And I think that when we get people moving back and forth on both sides of the border doing our business, it's a benefit to everybody. And there is an immense amount of that commerce going on in small business. I'm talking small dollars, not big truckloads, but it adds up.
It all adds up to that.
That's the big issue, and you hit the nail on the head. I mean, you don't want to bring a clamp down that just stops trade and commerce, because that's really important to the United States, really important to Montana, especially this northern tier. I mean, there's a lot of business that goes on both sides of the border that's legitimate and shouldn't be squashed by any sense of the word. So, you know, got to be secure, but it's also got to work. You know, it's all got to work for the economy, and I think we can have both. I don't think there's any doubt about it. Just you got to think about what you're doing before you do it, and then move forward in a way that makes sense. Make sure you get input from the locals, because there's a lot of good ideas at the local level here, and then you can move it forward.